Football, the beautiful game, a global sport, highs and lows, goals and saves, world-class players, and not so world-class players. The joy and the despair, the agony and the ecstasy. Those words and plenty more echo in the heads of football fans on a near daily basis. I support a football team who have been crap for the best part of 20 years. So my football motto now is, it's the hope that kills. Yet even as my team fall further away from the promised land of the Premiership, I still have hope every season that this year will be our year, much like most fans. And that hope is even bigger when it comes to the national game and England playing in a tournament. Football may not quite have come home, but during the 90s there was one man who kept us all calm and rational, Des Lynam. The man was constant in everybody's life. Who wouldn't want to spend a summer with Des Lynam?
Barbara and I were discussing who's better looking, Brad Pitt or Des Lynam.
Brad isn't in the same league as Des.
He's Vauxhall Conference compared to Des.
Yeah, I'm trying hard not to like Des Lynam. It's a form of mental exercise. He's got a moustache, for God's sake.
Hey, have you seen the moustache on the Swiss manager?
It's like he's got a couple of dead seals pinned to his lips.
Very lush though, isn't it? It's very lush.
Well, I hate all moustaches except Des's.
Des Lynam is God.
Comedian and self-proclaimed mayor of Balham, Arthur Smith, had written a short football-related story for The Independent on Sunday. The day after the publication, a man from the BBC called and asked if he could flesh it out into a full-length one-off drama as a curtain raiser for the BBC's coverage of the forthcoming 1998 World Cup. Having already experienced success with the play he co-wrote called An Evening with Gary Slag Lineker, Smith used another English football legend, commentator Des Lynam, as the anchor for the film. As much as the film is called My Summer with Des, and Des Lynam does appear in it, the film is actually about a chain-smoking, unemployed pisshead called Martin, whose only interest is with England's progression at Euro '96. Martin, played by man-behaving badly Neil Morrissey, encounters the beautiful Rosie, played by the stunningly attractive Rachel Weisz. Their relationship develops over the course of the tournament, to the point where Martin begins to forget about the tournament and solely focus on his relationship with Rosie.
Rosie.
Martin, try not to come.
What can I?
Think of Jimmy Hill.
Jimmy Hill.
Jimmy Hill.
Jimmy.
Come on, England!
Jimmy Hill.
Jimmy Hill.
Jimmy Hill.
Excuse me. May I ask who you are, sir?
I love it when you call me sir.
I'm sorry, officer. We were just off. I was nearly overcome. Did you see Gaz's goal? It was a good goal, wasn't
If
it?
you'd like to leave. It was a great goal.
Bring on the Dutch.
Smith had moulded the character of Martin in his own image. One day when Smith saw what had been picked out by the costume designer for Martin to wear, he felt it was a little too care in the community, with the shabby shorts, grey t-shirts and scuffed sandals. Only then did Smith look at what he was wearing and realise it's exactly the same outfit. Smith was Martin. He had written a cantankerous, disgruntled, mumbling misery of a man. Broadcast on the evening of May 25th, shortly before the World Cup was due to start, the film is littered with Brit-pop music from the likes of Supergrass, Cast and Oasis. Of course, the appearance of Baddiel and Skinner in the Lightning Seed's unofficial football anthem. 3 lions on a shirt appears as well. How can it not? My Summer with Des received positive reviews and helped kickstart the BBC's coverage of the world-famous football tournament. Smith watched it alone. He was oddly disappointed at it being quite good. But this response came from a darker place. Smith's struggles with alcoholism caused him to be negative towards it because of a peculiar journey that he had developed about the character of Martin, who in the film is redeemed, but the real Martin, i.e. Smith, was only finding salvation in booze, loneliness and cheap sex.
You ever eaten a pickled egg?
Sometimes, you know, Martin, it's best to move on by.
Farewell then. We're gonna hammer you next week.
4-1.
4-1.
See you at Wembley.
Can't afford it. Can't afford anything anymore.
Okay.
See ya.
See.
Taxi!
I don't want to end on a downer, so here's a happy finale. Smith stopped drinking, and My Summer with Des was the catalyst for the relationship Smith and his girlfriend have to this day. So good things did eventually come out of making the film for the writer. As too did Martin in the film. He came of age, and it wasn't to do with the football. It was because he had a guiding hand, a shining light, an angel helping him through his struggles. And by the end, Martin had become an adult.
Jarvis Cocker or Eric Cantona?
Ah, I bet Eric Cantona's fantastic in bed.
He is. I just happened to overhear.
You've slept with Cantona?
It's unsettling at first to make love in a foreign language. If at the summit of passion you long to cry, oh, that's good, you have to learn to moan, oh là là, ça fait du bien.
England for the cup.
Did you know that the day Michelangelo died, Shakespeare was born? April 23rd, 1564.
She looked at me like she knew me. Did she? Who is she?
For football fans, My Summer with Des is sadly now little more than a footnote when talking about feature films about the beautiful game. A long deleted VHS tape pops up on eBay occasionally. It's unavailable on DVD. There's a version on YouTube, but it is heavily cut. Which is a shame, because this is more than just a 90s lad culture footy flick. It's a tender comedy romance that also features an odd sense of magical realism that England could, one day, go on to win a major football tournament. Also, it shows that one summer in 1996, we, the English, forgot our squabbling and came together with one goal in mind. That we could see history and magic be made, and Des Lynam would be our guide.
You've obviously heard there's a football match on tonight. England against Germany, the second semi-final of Euro 96. Sporting history waiting to be made.
Check's in a final then. We're going to win, I know we are. I've never been so certain of anything in my life.
Isn't the most important thing in the world.
I've got this horrible sense of foreboding.